All these people are just waiting for a spot to get into the campground. Crazy, right? It's the second day of our little mini tour to Byske. Today I'm the only one who's cycling. I've left the family back at the campground and they're already at the mini golf course, I think, and then they're taking a swim later. So the plan today is for me to cycle back to Skellefteå and pick up our car and then drive the way back here and pick the family up. But I plan to do a couple of detours on the way. I'm thinking of cycling to our little summer house by the coast and show you guys that one. It's really nice, so it could be well worth a little detour. This is the Furugrund Marina. I've actually never been here before, even though it's pretty close to where I live. Nice little place, kind of reminds me of the stop we did yesterday where we ate lunch. Oh god, here's the gravel road again. I know gravel biking has become really popular in the States, but it hasn't really taken off here in Sweden. I think it's mainly because the quality of the gravel roads here are really lousy. They don't really maintain them. Usually it's the village's responsibility to maintain the roads, and they don't really have the funds to do it, so they usually look like this. Hey. Hey. Everything okay? Right? Yeah. So you're a fan then? Yeah. I was just taking a shot. I'm gonna take my camera down before it blows away. This road isn't really that nice to cycle on.
Well, it's just quite okay.
So I just ran into this German couple here in the middle of nowhere. No, actually this is kind of a well-known bike trail, so that's probably why they were cycling here. They had started in Malmö and had been out for 5 weeks, and they were heading up to Nordkapp. So they have, I think they have around 2 weeks left, and cycling on a tandem. Finally back to the paved road again. I forgot to tell you this yesterday, but when we were cycling towards Byske, Malte found this smartphone on the side of the road, and as you can see, the screen is quite smashed, but the phone still works really okay. So later in the evening, the owner of the phone called us, and so I'm just meeting him a couple of kilometers up the road here. So hopefully he will be glad to get his phone back. I just wish someone would have done the same thing for me back when I dropped my pannier a couple of weeks ago here. So he got his phone back and was pretty happy about it. I actually remember meeting that guy yesterday when we cycled towards Byske. So he was probably out searching for the phone, but yeah, anyways, he got it back. That's the main part. By now you know what time it is. It's time for Pronounce That Swedish Town quiz. And today we have this town here. No ideas? It's pronounced Ostvik. And Ostvik, translated into English, is Cheese Bay. Would figure this town would be located in Wisconsin or somewhere, right? There are two tough climbs between Kåge and my house, and I'm just in the middle of mastering the first one. approaching Skellefteå, but as I said earlier, I'm making a little detour over to our summer house. It's only a few kilometers from here, so it's not a really big detour. These are mostly year-round houses. Our little cottage is a bit more modest than those ones. Here's our humble abode. So while the new houses that you saw me pass on the way in here cost a couple of €100,000, we have probably the best view in the entire area here. And it's even nicer in the evening because the water is really calm and no waves or anything. This is the sea right behind me here, but there are a few islands you can see behind me that kind of closes off the sea from the coast here, so it feels more like a lake or something. So really like spending time out here. And the nice thing about the summer house is that it's only 6 kilometers from our house, so we usually take our bikes over here, and I sometimes run as well. Everything is kind of primitive here. We don't even have a proper toilet, just an outhouse toilet. Here we managed to sleep 3 of us, 2 in the bunk beds, and there's a drawer underneath, so me, our youngest son, sleeps there. And we also have a fold-out sofa here that 2 can sleep in. And as I said, you can't really beat this view over the sea we have here. It's really great. This little corner over here with the table is where I do most of my editing. So the kitchen is pretty primitive as well, but we're thinking about doing some renovations on it later. We've just painted the house both in and outside, so we're doing these small projects as we go along. Like many times before, I have the worst climb of the whole tour just around my house. Well, the car is loaded with the remaining 3 bikes. Kind of surreal to go back in 20 minutes what you've been cycling for 2.5 hours. Anyway, if you like this type of content, please subscribe to the channel, and until next time, have a good one.